Bard is Google's response to ChatGPT. What I noticed is that it's very nice. When I asked it about me, it said it recognized me and that I have a bright future ahead of me. I like compliments. Anyway, I was wondering whether Bard could write investor decks that are actually good. So I created one for a fictional company that is similar to Twitter. It's a Twitter clone. So here's what happened. The first thing you should know is Bard does not really design. So for the design, I did it myself, inspired from Bard's logos and colors and everything. This is how it looks like. Let's start with that. So I called the Twitter clone Blurl. It doesn't really make any sense, the word Blurl. I just had the domain of 5 letters, so I thought I'd use it in that. So we start with an elevator pitch. This is with the help of Bard, because there are some things that I thought that are good and some things that are not really helpful. I'll get into the exact queries that I used and prompts and everything, but first I'll show you the deck. So the elevator pitch starts like this. And then it's time for a change, 10% year-over-year industry growth, platforms outdated, media controlled. So that's how it looks like at the beginning. It teases the reader what we're talking about. And then Blurl, control delivered to AI controlled with ease of mind, because there are a lot of problems with control when it comes to Twitter these days. And then that you would know that this text is definitely AI written. In 2022, the global social media market was worth 257 billion, blah, blah, blah. This is typical AI. And I'll show you when we're talking about the prompts itself, how accurate or inaccurate it is. I wrote an article about it, but we'll get to it when the time's right. And then Blurl is the new AI Twitter, non-biased AI. It's a very simple design. It's just what I tried to do here is to incorporate what Bard was trying to say into a design. And then the market is hot. Facebook purchased Instagram for 1 billion, Yahoo purchased Tumblr for 1.1 billion, and so on. Eradicating the ads model, because all the social media platforms mostly rely on advertisement, like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. So choosing a subscription model instead for Blurl is kind of creative. And finally, what are we doing? This is the milestones and the investment ask. So now we're in seed funding, raising 2 million, which is going to be distributed this way, and the development is done, beta is done, product market fit is done, expansion is later. Remember that this is a fictional company that is similar to Twitter. So it's not really real, but it is based on it. So that's overall how the deck looks like. It's available in Google Slides if you ever want to download it, use it for whatever purpose you'd want to use it for. Then I'll show you now the exact details of how we did this. The step one, as I said, I need to create a business similar to Twitter. Can you provide me with 10 name suggestions? Bart provided name suggestions that I didn't really like. I thought the creativity, it's not that creative, or it's not even not creative, it's just not that good, So Titter, Chirp, Tweet Chat, all these things I didn't really think they're good. So I just used Blurl, just because at the end of the day, the name doesn't matter. It's just a use case. And then I asked it, because I stopped this whole project. I went to do some other thing and then came the next day and wanted to see if it remembers. So I said, hey, do you remember the Blurl conversation we had? And then it said, yes, I remember the conversation we had about Blurl. And it's a programming language created by Google AI, which is not true. It has nothing to do with reality. And that's the thing I noticed with Bard. It sometimes just pitches things that are absolutely not true. So I had to be more detailed. No, we said that Blurl is going to be a product like Twitter. It's just like, yeah, I remember. And then it remembered what I'm talking about. So I was like, okay, now let's create a pitch deck about Blurl. And here's my structure. I gave it my structure because when you just let Bard or ChatGPT or whoever write your pitch deck, they usually go with their own structure, and I don't like that. So I said elevator pitch, market opportunity, product, mergers and acquisitions, business model, timeline, financials, competition, team, and contact. So that's like the structure that I proposed. Interestingly, now there are things that I thought are good. Like before this conversation, when I was chatting about Blurl, it gave me a few ideas about how this project could be democratizing social media per se, and removing the whole misinformation spread using AI. So I just used this in the elevator pitch. So it was based on this conversation with Blurl. And then I started with the market opportunity. Now, first of all, it's, as you can see, it just provided like guides, and ChatGPT does that as well. I need a real deck. So I asked it, okay, I really need you to write it for me. And I said, please. So the elevator pitch, blah blah blah. It provides a user more efficient than Twitter. I didn't use that. I just used this very short one sentence elevator pitch about how it's gonna not spread misinformation. And then the market opportunity. The social media market is large and growing. In 2022, the global social media market was worth 257 billion. Now, I wanted to know whether this statistic is actually true. So I did some research and put it down here somewhere. There it is. The global social media analytics market was valued at $9 billion, but that's the analytics market. So it's a small part of the big social media market. And then Deloitte says that the global social media commerce market is expected to be 450 billion or something around that. That's actually, and then this is expected. So I don't know the exact social media market size, but I think it's okay. I accepted this number. 257 is just acceptable. Maybe it was trained on this number, and at the end of the day, this is a use case. You'll have to do your own research very well. I would never rely on ChatGPT or Bard when it comes to research. Then product, I took some ideas, but I delivered it differently. Mergers and acquisitions. This is the funny part. In recent years, there have been a number of mergers and acquisitions, blah, blah, blah. In 2021, Facebook acquired Instagram for 1 billion, which is true. In 2022, Twitter acquired Snapchat for 33 billion, which is absolutely not true. I don't know where it even got this idea from. So I used my own research again, and I advise you to never use the research from Bard. Business model, it said a lot of things like advertising, subscription fees, and so on. I just took the subscription fees part of it. So at the end of the day, Bard helped me in designing the deck, but I don't rely on it in creating the whole thing. Timeline, just took the idea of beta testing, financial projections, didn't incorporate it in the deck at the end. Competition as well, I didn't incorporate it. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And then team consists of experienced people and the contact. Now, overall, the deck, I even said in the article, it's a 5 out of 10, and also ChatGPT has the similar way. It's also a 5 out of 10. The problem with what ChatGPT or Bard releases when it comes to deck is that a lot of the text sounds very orthodox, and it's just a little bit boring to read. The Blurial team is a group of experienced professionals with a proven track record in the social media industry. That's so boring to read. So overall, you just have to use Bard or ChatGPT as a suggestion or as an inspiration and create your own. And that's what I did with the Blurial deck, which is a Twitter clone. And eventually, I think it looked good, or it looks okay. And I think the output product is actually quite good given the time spent on it. Let me know what you think and have a wonderful day.